No, 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 no. We're not doing the whole Katana thing with the actual Katana clip system. That's been done by everybody. That's been done by the actual promotional video of the actual company producing the thing. So, no, we're not doing... That's not even a Katana. It's a freaking Mall Ninja Ninjato. Just seriously. There's been a lot of innovation in the Nerf foam blasting hobby recently, and seriously, you can buy entire custom blasters, you can buy homemade kits that make absolute foam-flinging death machines, there's a multitude of flywheel cages and flywheels you can buy now, canted, high crush, all different levels of crush, and then of course darts, you can get Precise Pro, AccuStrike, and don't even get me started on the whole Scar barrel thing where you can put a barrel on the end of your blaster that makes it actually have rifling and impart spin of the dart to make it more accurate. There's one part that hasn't really been touched, and that's the magazine, and it needs a very, very nice adrenaline shot to the heart, because magazines have kind of been the same the entire time we've been using them, ever since Nerf implemented the clip system with the long shot. It's been an apparatus that holds darts that you can easily put into a multitude of blasters, and it works, but, I mean, when you are using half-length darts and stuff like that, typically this is kind of the thing you would be using, and while this works, it's not exactly optimal. I mean, half-length darts are half the size, and you can carry more half-length darts on you than you can full-length darts, and you think that would be reflected in the magazines, but it really wasn't. I mean, this is the same size for all intents and purposes of a normal Nerf mag, so yeah, it was kind of a bummer, and thankfully the guys at Jet Blaster have answered my prayers and given me something very innovative and very cool when it comes to kind of giving you an even bigger advantage if you were using half-length darts at your local war, and that's the Katana clip system. And the Katana clip system is awesome because when you buy the thing, you get this. You get essentially what is a magwell and a magazine, and you just kind of put that in there, and then you take really any Nerf blaster, but it has to be one that's made to shoot stefans, obviously, or short-length darts, and you put that in there, and you're ready to go. Chamber a dart, shoot that, whinge, because that's a lot of power. I think that might have actually dented the thing. The point is, now, let's say if I wanted to empty this magazine and I want to switch it, I could just do that, and then I can just go to one of my other Katana mags, which are empty, but you get it. And you can carry like 30 million of these compared to the 10, 18 rounders that you'd have on you, and these hold 15 darts each, and they're, well, they're completely mirrored. You can probably actually load these in backwards because they are completely symmetrical on both sides, so pay attention to, you know, the orientation of the dart heads, but it works, and it works really freaking well. It's an entire new ecosystem that you can get to really give yourself a clear advantage when it comes to, like, you know, competitive Nerf. And I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, it exists on the competitive Nerf battlefield. And then, of course, if you don't want to use this anymore, or you want to use it, like, with a different magazine, you can do that. You just use the normal mag release on your blaster. And this will work with, as far as I can tell, every Nerf blaster, but of course, it won't work very well with, like, flywheelers, because they need more contact to the dart in order to impart energy to it, and short darts have less contact area, so that doesn't work very well. And unfortunately, the only problem I've really had with this thing is that it doesn't work in my Caliburn. Now, that's not fair to the Caliburn, because the Caliburn wasn't designed for this, and this wasn't designed for the Caliburn, but I haven't had an issue with any other magazine in the Caliburn. I originally was going to do this video with the Caliburn, and I almost broke my freaking Katana thing, because I put it, like, that far in, and I could not pull it out, and I had to grab pliers and yank on the bottom of it, and I was really afraid I was going to break it. And that's kind of a disappointment, so if you're buying this thing for a Caliburn, you might need to tune it. It's very, very tight, and I don't exactly know why. I have not had this issue with any other magazine. It will even load this magazine in, no problem whatsoever, but when it comes to the Katana stuff, I wanted these specifically for my Caliburn, and now I'm kind of bummed I can't use it, because this doesn't, like, it's cool, but it doesn't match the blueness of my blaster, which is a bit of a disappointment. Now I'm going to have to build, like, a black one, like a Mall Ninja black Retaliator or something like that, but I like the blue one, so I don't know what to do, and I don't think that will be an issue with anything else. I would assume, and I'm going to guarantee you, it's going to work with, of course, your X Zeus 2, which is, of course, Jet Blaster's homemade long shot shell that you can get, and anything else they're going to put out. And it should be compatible with virtually everything else. It's just with the homemade kind of option you might have an issue. And that's probably an easy fix. I can probably file something down. Maybe there's a different magazine well I could get. I don't know. It's not a deal breaker to me. What might be a deal breaker to you is the price. At the moment, the Katana clip system costs $15 for this, which is a great price in my opinion. You get the magazine well, you get a magazine, you're good to go. What's less good is that if you buy the package that includes 2 more of these, that's $25. That's a little much in my opinion. I'm sure that price will change in the future, but that's a lot of money. I would expect it to actually be cheaper at some point than this system, because this comes with, of course, the magazine well, and that's not the case. You could buy 2 of these for $30, which would be pointless because you'd have 2 magazine wells, but if all of your blasters use the magazine, you get what I'm saying. It's kind of a bummer. It's an expensive system to buy into right now, and I kind of wish that price would go down. If it was also $15 for 2 of the magazines, I would buy, $100 worth, but $100 worth right now is just barely enough to get you a loadout using these things, because you get, of course, the $15 thing, and then you get, like, another 6 magazines to go with it, and I just wish it was a little bit better. That's just me complaining because, I'm a poor boy and nobody loves me. But it's still so cool that if you have the money to buy into this system, I can very much get behind it, because it's just almost necessary at this point. If you're going to be using short-length darts, which is, of course, something I've been getting into recently with the Caliburn, then these are a godsend, because they just... it's like having an SMG. It literally is like going from full-length rifle mags to an SMG. Except for they fly better and faster and hit harder and they're more accurate. I don't really see a downside yet. It's worth mentioning 2 little tricks about this magazine. For one, if you want to load it, you just kind of do that. You could pull the follower down like that, which is actually really helpful. So you're not just squishing darts in there and using the force of the dart going in to move the follower down. You can ease it down with your fingers. And 2, if you wanted to convert this to have a built-in locking mechanism, like if you don't want to dry fire your blaster that's heavily modified and can snap plunger rods and stuff like that, this can be modified very easily by literally just taking a pair of pliers or something and breaking off a tab on the follower to add in that dart lock thing that I did a video on that John and Captain Xavier figured out eons ago. It's cool they incorporated that. Let me know what you think about the Katana clip system down in the comment section below. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. I've tested this in a couple of other blasters, like my long shot that I got, the Tactical one, the Tact Elite long shot, and it feeds and fires them, but of course it's not modified, so it fires them 2 inches, which is a bit of disappointment, but it just needs a better spring. I should really get around to doing that at some point, but I got distracted with all this stuff. But let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. I'd love to get your feedback. If you're interested in buying them, there will be a link down in the description box below where you can check out Jet Blaster's page and purchase them for yourself, and maybe they'll go on sale in the future and I can buy 7,000 of them like I want to, because 3 is not enough. I need at least 8, and that's going to be an expensive purchase. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one.